Piece by piece, God carefully assembles our stories so that when we look back, we may see the grand plan He's had all along. Listen as Lorraine traces times in her life that God used to mold her and develop her gift of leadership.
One of those times was while we were taking our oldest son to Heston College, and I was just having a very low time, particularly because of the empty nest time, but also some struggles within myself of what else God had in mind for my life. And there was a song on a tape that I vividly remember listening to as we were going out the Pennsylvania Turnpike, and the bumps in the road just seemed to reiterate the refrain of just trust me. The words I kept repeating, just trust me. And I held on to that. It brought a lot of peace, but I didn't have to figure it all out. That God was bigger than me, and the answers lay with Him and not with me. When we came back from that trip, it was soon after that I was invited to work at Mennonite, and my ministry there with voluntary services really became a ministry for me and a way for me to use those leadership gifts in an appropriate way that was acceptable. 3 years ago, when the conference executive board had asked if I would be a voice for women, and about the same time the Mennonite women of Franklin Conference were developing a new position on their committee, the position of a sister care coordinator. And a sister care is a national training and provides some training for women in the church that their needs could be met in many ways by just having a compassionate listener or someone to pray with them. I had a young gal call me at work and tell me that her husband had just told her he no longer loved her and that she was to be moved out in the next day or so. That was heavy, really heavy. And I certainly didn't feel qualified to give much professional help. I did help her find a Christian counselor, and we met several times a week for months after that, just being there and listening in a way that pastors don't have time for, and the second, male pastors could not have walked that kind of journey with her. God definitely has walked through every step, and one does not always see that until after it happens. You know, we want to see the way before, and we want to know how it's all going to turn out. But I don't know that that's the way God works. At least He didn't work that way in my life. But He only asks us to take one step at a time and trust Him. It's not so much about seeking the answers of where that's going to be or how it's going to happen, as it is to just be faithful with who and how you believe God is using you, and stay the course. And He will open new doors in ways that you couldn't possibly have planned.